Okay guys, this is a bush that I'd like you to understand. This is Sparkleberry. Let me reposition and I'll tell you about it. Stay with me. Okay guys, this hard to see group around me is called Sparkleberry. Now it's one of the, I believe, hawthorn, and I will add comments to clarify. But it's a tree that grows wild down here everywhere, and it's actually a bush. I'll give you a better close-up of the leaf. It has these little black berries on it, as you can see, and there's a pretty good picture what the leaf looks like. Now what this tree is, this bush is a tool tree. Now what I mean by that is it is some of the most dense, hard wood that I'm aware of in all the deep south. It has many names, but the name that I most commonly hear it called is Sparkleberry. And if you look up in your Peterson's book of trees and you look up Sparkleberry in the back, it'll take you to it. And I will make reference to that here in the video, right here. Now, it's like hard rock maple. The density of it is very dense. So once it's dry and hard, you just about can't break it. It's like fire hardened wood. And so if you're needing to make a wooden tool that has to be a bearing block, something you don't want to wear fast, or something like a spike you've got to bind in, or you got to make splitting wedges for bigger wood, Sparkleberry is what you want. It's that tough and dense. Now, let me take you in a little bit closer. As you can see, it's a gnarly little tree. Comes from a single base, and then it comes up and it becomes this twisted, contorted. Get you a close-up of the bark right here. See, the bark looks a lot like an oak or something. It's small shingle-like layers that you can flake off, you know. And let me pull out a pocket knife here. I'll show you what the wood looks like underneath. Sorry for all the bouncing around, guys. Now, when you scrape it, it's like pine. You have a lighter internal bark, and then underneath that is still another bark, till finally you get down to wood. The wood is whitish, tannish, beige color, something like that. Incredibly hard and dense. I mean, right now I can't even get my fingernail to take purchase on it. No, I can't even make a mark with my nail. Nothing. It's that hard. Now, as you see, it's very twisted shaft. Sometimes you get a straight piece here or there, but this is what you want to look for when you want a tool wood. Let me set you back down. Sparkleberry is quite often found along waste areas. For example, former cow pastures, along roadsides, areas that have been clear cut to allowed to go to pine. You will quite often here in the south find them. Now, they're not to be confused with yopon, which is right here beside of it, which is very spindly and small leaves. It has great big robust leaves, so to speak. Each leaf is sort of looks like a mini water oak leaf. That's the way I remember it, except it's kind of cupped like a bowl, rolling out instead of back. The bark, like I said, looks initially up close like a miniature pine or an oak, shaggy, so that when you rub it, they'll flake off. The wood underneath, though, is almost like a light tannish wood, but is incredibly hard and dense. And I have a stick that's about that big diameter and maybe 24 inches long that I let dry for maybe 3 years because it had been cut from something else. You can pound stakes with that thing. If you need a staff, you're going to have to search forever to find a straight piece of wood. But if you need something in like this length that you need to be a tri-point for a spear, I need to have something that can be used for piercing or digging or durability or splitting, that's what you want. Sparkleberry. I'll include at the end of this any other names that I can find of it, and hopefully, I'm pretty sure it grows wild throughout most of the United States. You'll experiment with it. Fair warning, guys, you're going to dull a saw trying to cut it. Even green right now, it is so hard, my thumbnail won't make any mark. It's that hard. It's almost like fire hardened oak to start with. And after you do let it season, when you cut it and look at it, the rings are so tight, so compact, you can hardly tell there's a growth ring. It's just super tight and dense. It grows very slowly. And so when you find a good piece, good and strong, that's what you make tools out of. Hope you give you some ideas, guys. I'm Blackie for Shaman's Forge Bushcraft. Wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.